The washrooms, both male and female, are located in the building. You can enter the building through the western side. There's a tea and coffee station at the entrance to the tent. In the case of an emergency, we are asked to orderly exit the tent and move towards the road. And also, I am told that there is a donation box that we will ask you to, if you can give whatever you can towards the Ahmadiyya Anjuman. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I bear witness that nothing deserves to be worshipped except Almighty Allah, the one true God. And I testify that Muhammad, upon whom be peace, is his servant, messenger, beneficent, the most merciful. My dear sisters and brothers all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you here to the 50th anniversary Gala event of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishati Islam Incorporated of Trinidad and Tobago. We wanted to start earlier, but of course, Allah has His own plans. He wanted to bless us with a few showers. So we thank Almighty Allah for His blessings. We will begin the program. My name is Arif Rahman and I am the General Secretary of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman. We will begin with an opening dua and we will ask everyone to please stand.
Raise our hand in prayer. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta 'alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahus samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Almighty Allah, we thank you for another beautiful day in your beautiful creation and your beautiful kingdom. And we thank you for all your blessings and mercies that you have given to each and every one of us. Almighty Allah, let today be safe, Almighty Allah. Let it be productive, Almighty Allah. And Almighty Allah, let us remember you all the time while the program is going on. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Our Lord, grant us good in this world and grant us good in the hereafter and save us from the chastisement of the fire. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Very much. You may be seated. My dear sisters and brothers, in January of this year, at our Mirage function right on these premises, we launched our 50th anniversary celebrations. Then, between mid-April and the end of May, we embarked upon a caravan to visit every one of our associated mosques. We began in Aruca, then to Fireburn, Gasparillo, Irie Village, New Grant, Kunjal, and finally Siparia. These few months brought us together like never before. It may seem like a short period, but relax and enjoy the day with us at this marquee event. Relax and enjoy the day with us at this marquee event. I will now call upon our president. My dear sisters and brothers, one of the distinguishing strengths of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman is its unwavering commitment to the empowerment and inclusion that women are respected and heard and empowered to lead with faith, wisdom, and dignity. Our president,
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله معنا. Welcome. I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Surely Allah is with us. The Quran, chapter 9, verse 40. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be with us all. Mr. Chairman, our esteemed missionary and religious head, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidal, Vice President, Mr. Farzan Ramjan, executive members of the associate Jamaats, Imams, supporters and well-wishers of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman. I take great pleasure to the gala event of the local leg of our 50th anniversary celebrations. A special welcome to all our specially invited guests and a special welcome to all our honorees. Special welcome also in his absence to the Honorable Dr. David Lee, MP for Caroni Central, who I'm very happy to see will be joining us as well. Praise and thanks be to Almighty Allah for His mercies and His blessings, for His beneficence in our daily lives, and for giving us all the opportunity to be here to join in today's celebrations. We thank you for being here in this beautiful caravan setting, and we know that you have overcome a few challenges this morning to be here, and we thank you for being here. For those who could not be here, we continue to pray for them. From Aruka Islamic Association in the north on April 13th, the caravan of the local celebrations began with focus on youth presentations. Moving to Central at Fireburn Ahmadiyya Jamaat on May 3rd with presentation on cyber security. Then to the Gasperlo Jamaat with a cultural evening of songs and music on May 4th. Off to Ari Village with a women's forum on May 17th. A New Grand Jamaat with a focus on health, dealing with diabetes, and a presentation on why I am an Ahmadi, a follower of the Ahmadiyya movement on May 18th. Then deeper central to Kunjal Islamic Association, there was an interfaith meeting discussing the domestic violence on May 24th, with the caravan's final stop at Siparia. Thanks to all the associate Jamaats for partnering with the Anjuman in this 50th anniversary celebrations. Each event was unique and special, creating memories and strengthening relationships. Today culminates the local leg of celebrations with this Gala 50th anniversary event at Ahmadiyya House. We must pay tribute to the few members who formally started this organization on June 9, 1975. Many have passed, but we are fortunate to have some still with us today. Our dear religious head and missionary, Maulana M.K. Haidal, Imam Iqbal Haidal, and Dr. Hamza Rafiq. And we also have some members here. I know the Imam of Aruka Jamaat, and I'm thinking Sister Zarina is here, and they are in their 90s as well. Over the past 50 years, deepest appreciation to all who served annually on the 20-member executive, To the officers who served as presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, assistant secretaries, treasurers, religious head. To the trustees, auditors, and our entire membership and supporters, we are deeply grateful for the valued support of each and every one. Special thanks to all our first has brought us here, and look forward to the future. Let us take time to enjoy the gift of the present moment of today's celebrations, so lovingly prepared for us today. Thanks to the team headed by our Vice President, Parsan Ramjan, and our Executive Member, Nadeem Haidar. As we look forward to the new perspective and energies of the youths, we rely on the wisdom, knowledge, and experience of our seniors. This combination will go a long way in taking us to another 50th milestone. As I conclude my remarks, deepest appreciation to all our members, friends, well-wishers, for your continuous contributions and support throughout the years. And we urge you to continue to give your valued support and commitment as we forge ahead into the next 50 years. May Allah bless and reward each and every one of you for your service to the cause of Islam, and give us all the strength and courage and determination to continue to dedicate our lives in continued service. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Farida Mohammed, President of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman. My dear sisters and brothers, the Anjuman has been through many difficult times. It has had some very positive moments, and through it all, we have come out on top. We have plenty to be proud about. We have many successes in which to be very happy about. And to take you through that, we now have a segment where we will firstly take a trip down memory lane, and this will be presented by Imam Dr. Hamza Rafiq. And this is to be followed by a look into the future, and this is to be presented by Mr. Nadeem Haidar. So I call upon firstly Dr. Hamza Rafiq.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I bear witness that there is one God, Allah, and I also bear witness that the Holy Prophet Muhammad, upon whom be peace, is the last and final messenger of Allah, and I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. President of the Anjuman, Mrs. Farida Mohammed, our missionary and religious head, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidar, our Minister of Housing, the Honorable and Member of Parliament for Caroni Central, the Honorable Dr. David Lee, to review the operations of the Anjuman for the past 50 years in 15 minutes. Therefore, I will deal with the major events of the last 50 years and leave the analysis and audit of the performance to someone else, or maybe for another occasion. As you all know, on June the 9th, 1975, 10 individuals came together at the Fireburn Mosque and passed a resolution to form an organization, the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishati Islam of Trinidad and Tobago. Over the succeeding few months, these members and other supporters held meetings in different Jamaats throughout Trinidad, seeking support for this initiative. The responses were by and large positive, despite opposition from some individuals. Simultaneously, however, the Trinidad Muslim League was holding meetings in the different Jamaats, discouraging members from supporting this call. On December 26, 1975, the first annual general meeting of this new body was held. The new constitution was adopted, Bayat, that is the pledge of the Ahmadiyya movement, at the hands of Maulana S.M. Tufail and Maulana Sadruddin and others. The first executive was headed by Mr. Aziz Ahmad as president, Imam Iqbal Haidal as secretary, and Maulana Kamal Haidal was appointed religious head and missionary. The newly elected executive began its work, and in 1977, despite protest action by some, I must tell you that the religious head and others had to meet with a parliamentary committee to present its case. Over the years, our annual general meeting has been held every year in December or January, where full reports, including financial reports, are presented. As part of the growing pains of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, our annual general meetings have been sometimes very contentious and lasted 2 days for the first few years of the Anjuman. At our Jalsa, 2 members have been awarded every year with the Hilal-e Ahmadiyya for outstanding contribution. As part of its propagation work, the Anjuman held several open-air jihad meetings, the first of which was held on the Siparia main road. The audience consisted of about 10 persons who accompanied the missionary. After that meeting, it was determined that there was an urgent need for a public address system, which was purchased shortly after. Several of these jihad meetings, open-air meetings, were held throughout Trinidad from Point Fortin to Barataria. The audiences were small, but we knew that people were listening from their homes via our newly acquired public address system. At one of our meetings in Macbean, we had over 100 people, and at one of our meetings in Freeport Junction at the home of our president, Mr. Inayat Mohammed, our audience consisted of the wife of the missionary and the wife of the president. But we know that people were listening from their homes through our public address systems. The Anjuman then engaged in a series of open-air meetings dealing with the dangers of alcohol, and again several meetings were held throughout the country. Muslim speakers were held throughout Trinidad and Tobago, an initiative which was started by Maulana S.M. Tufail. The audiences at these meetings were reasonably large. Among the speakers were Professor B.M. Bhattacharya, Dr. Rampasad Parasram, Ravi G., Pandit Ramesh Tiwari, Reverend Harold Sitahal, Reverend Alison Nobby, Reverend Joy Abdul, and others. My dear brothers and sisters, it is ironic that the Anjuman's application for membership to the interreligious organization, which was formed following these series of interfaith meetings, was rejected. The Anjuman considered taking legal action to have this injustice rectified and sought advice from attorney Mr. Surendranath Kapildev. We finally decided against going that route, even though we were told by the attorney that we had a good case. My dear brothers and sisters, continuing, in an effort to consolidate its support and build alliances with our regional and international counterparts, several local and international conventions were held, attracting delegates from several countries, including Guyana, Suriname, England, United States of America, Canada, Holland, India, and Pakistan, among others. But on August the 12th, 1983, the opening ceremony of one of our conventions, at the ceremony, 3 bombs exploded at the venue at the Marabella Senior Comprehensive School, injuring 14 persons. Some of that moment were Maulana S.M. Tufail, Professor B.M. Bhattacharya, and Maulana M.K. Haidal. Many of those who were present in the audience still carry those mental scars up to today. But with a heavy police presence, the convention continued without further incident. In addition, my dear brothers and sisters, several youth conventions have been held in Trinidad and Tobago, in Guyana, and in Suriname. In 1995, the Anjuman, breaking with tradition and giving women their rightful place in the propagation of Islam, allowed Dr. Anisa Ahmad to give the Juma Khutbah at its headquarters in Fayaburn. This initiative drew widespread attention all over the world, including, not unexpectedly, some harsh criticism. Anisa, for her effort, was interviewed by the BBC on this initiative. This was a groundbreaking exercise which has since been followed by several mosques and jamaats throughout the world. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, having recognized the Anjuman as a bona fide Muslim organization, appointed several Muslim marriage officers recommended by the Anjuman, including a few women, another first for Trinidad and Tobago. Since the appointment, these women have performed several marriages. In 2010, the Anjuman scored another first in appointing its first woman president, Mrs. Farida Mohammed. For a few years, the president of the Anjuman, the secretary, and the treasurer of the Anjuman were all women. My dear brothers and sisters, after years of operating out of several mosques, the Anjuman constructed its own home, Ahmadiyya House at Arena Road, that is where we are, on 2 lots of land, which was generously donated to the Anjuman by one of our stalwart members, Mr. Samsir Baksh. Ahmadiyya House houses the Anjuman's library, a large collection of books from the libraries of Maulana Tufail, Maulvi Amir Ali, and Maulana Haidal. A number of these books are old and fragile and out of print, and efforts are being made to digitize these books. Ahmadiyya House was formally opened in 1990 by Maulana M.K. Haidal and Mrs. Samsir Baksh, and the library was formally opened by Mrs. Nasira Tufail, wife of Maulana S.M. Tufail. In 2006, Ahmadiyya House underwent major renovations, catering for its new use. A few years later, and after much resistance from the Trinidad Muslim League with respect to the parcel of land, the Anjuman constructed the Fayaburn Ahmadiyya Mosque on the parcel of land which was gifted to the Anjuman by the late Mr. Yusuf Hussain. This mosque serves as the registered headquarters of the Anjuman. It was formally opened by the then Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Basdew Pandey, in 2000. My dear brothers and sisters, as fixed assets, the Anjuman owns Ahmadiyya House and the lands here, Fayaburn Ahmadiyya Mosque and the lands, the Anjuman's library, and a plot of land at Chiklan, which has been the subject of some controversy. The Ahmadiyya Anjuman is in discussion at this point in time with the Aruka Islamic Association and with the Kunjal Islamic Association to have their properties vested in the name of the Anjuman. As part of the engagement of youths in the various Jamaats to strive for academic excellence, the Anjuman has held student recognition functions where students who have performed well at various levels are honored. Financial help is also given to deserving students. In addition, to encourage mixing and camaraderie among our members of the different Jamaats, Sports and Family Day is held on an annual basis with special attraction features. Through these events, lifelong friendships and relationships have been developed. The main source of funding for the operations of the Anjuman comes from donations and contributions from members and well-wishers of the Anjuman. In addition, fundraising luncheons have been held at various venues, including the Country Club in Port of Spain, Gulf City Auditorium, Lions Club building in Carlsonfield, Indar's Auditorium in Cunupia, and Passage to Asia in Chaguanas. At these dinners, members of the Anjuman who excelled in different areas have been honored. In addition, fundraising cultural programs have been held at Ahmadiyya House grounds on several occasions. For these programs, and I want to mention this especially for the knowledge of the young, for the information of the young people, for these programs, right where we are standing, in addition, we had to get from the sawmill in Orange Field pieces of wood and board to build a stage. In more recent years, cultural programs were held at Campo Restaurant in Chaguanas and the Cuva Community Hall. And in addition to these, 2 concerts were held at the Naparima Bowl, featuring world-renowned singer Yolanos. In order to better equip members to perform their functions in the Anjuman, several education programs and services have been held over the years. These include strategic planning exercises at Ambassador Hotel in Port of Spain, strategic planning session at the Office of the Member of Parliament for Caroni Central, leadership sessions at Ahmadiyya House, financial sessions at Ahmadiyya House, a seminar on human rights at Presentation College, where the feature speaker was Attorney Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj. A virtual session was held on property tax. A session on the registration of non-profit organizations was held at Ahmadiyya House, and courses in religious management were also held. Over the years, the Ahmadiyya Anjuman has produced several publications. The Call, initially a journal which was published for circulation in Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana and Suriname, was published on a monthly basis for approximately 25 years. Books that have been published include What to Do for the Dead, Tayo, Lies, Alcohol, The Devil's Work, and The Crescent. In addition, the Muslim Catechism by Maulvi Amirali, the Quran Reader by Maulana S.M. Tufail, and the Songs of Islam by Maulana S.M. Tufail have been reprinted. The major publication, however, is the Dictionary and Concordance of the Quran, a joint effort of Maulana M.K. Haidar and Maulana S.M. Tufail, which was published in 2004 after 2 decades of painstaking work. This is a major contribution to the Islamic world in terms of publications. Classes and lectures on various Islamic topics were held at several mosques and schools, and training sessions were also held in the Life Fund. In addition, doctors, lawyers, engineers, businessmen, civil servants, and teachers, who are all members of the Anjuman, continue to make valuable contributions to national development. 2 of our members have been given national awards by the government of Trinidad and Tobago for long and meritorious service. These are Justice Mustafa Ibrahim and Mrs. Zarina Mohammed. The Anjuman has collaborated with the Ahmadiyya Anjuman in Guyana and Suriname to form the Council of Ahmadiyya Anjuman's Western Hemisphere. The Anjuman retains a close relationship with our headquarters in Lahore and maintains a good relationship with branches of the Anjuman all over the world. And over the years, the Anjuman has hosted several prominent persons from abroad, and especially from the headquarters, including 3 of the Amirs and President, Maulana Sadruddin, Dr. Saeed Ahmad Khan, and Dr. Abdul Karim Saeed Pasha. Over the years, throughout its propagation work, the Anjuman has published monthly articles in the Trinidad Guardian for many years. And in addition, the Anjuman has broadcast several programs on the television and radio which were followed by. This has proved to be useful to the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, where a lot of their meetings and other activities are now held virtually. My dear brothers and sisters, in closing, our missionary and religious head, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidar, continues to be a source of inspiration to all our members and supporters and well-wishers. His knowledge and unique interpretation and presentation of the Quran has captured audiences all over the world. In addition to conducting classes, lectures, and training sessions in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 50 years, he has lectured and conducted classes in Guyana, Suriname, England, Canada, USA, Holland, Australia, Pakistan, New Zealand, and Indonesia. He has trained an entire cadre of young people of Trinidad and Tobago who have assumed leadership positions in their various Jamaats, and many more who are capable of taking on leadership positions. My dear brothers and sisters, today, as the President mentioned, we recognize the efforts of the pioneers and the hundreds and thousands of people who have toiled tirelessly to establish and build the Anjuman to the great organization that it is today. We thank all of them for the years of service. The Anjuman has positively impacted the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of people all over the world, especially here in Trinidad and Tobago. The Anjuman continues to provide religion measure. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Mr. Chairman and Secretary of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Islam, Mr. Arif Rahman, Ms. Farida Mohammed, President of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidal, Religious Head of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, Honorable Dr. David Lee, Minister of Housing and Member of Parliament for Caroni Central, and members and well-wishers who are joining us both in person and online. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon each and every one of you. Please. When our founder Mirza Ghulam Ahmad established the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, it was based on a divine instruction, and throughout our history, there was a resolute conviction in our motto, surely Allah is with us. In Trinidad and Tobago, the Ahmadiyya movement began over 100 years ago in the 1920s. The first 55 years of the Ahmadiyya movement progressed with great effort, dedication, and a hunger for knowledge and self-development. There were many struggles along the way. The lessons learned and the wisdom gained from these challenges led to the establishment in 1975 of this organization, the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Islam Incorporated. If in 1975 you were to ask our founders, where do we go from here, now that this organization has started? What is your plan for the next 50 years? Do you think that they would be able to have listed all of the achievements? We need to change ourselves, and we need to make changes in our organization also to meet the needs of the future. More importantly, we need to change the way we think about the propagation of Islam. As an organization, there are some things that we know we need to do. We need to build on the solid foundation that has been created over the last 50 years, and there's so much room for growth. Our relationship with you, our members and well-wishers, has room for improvement. Similarly, we see great benefit in strengthening and improving the relationships with our affiliated Jamaats and other key stakeholders. We need to breathe new life into our women and youth arms. Our women have been at the forefront of the delivery of social services to the wider community. In the current climate of instability, there is an exciting potential for our women to excel. Youths today live online and are losing the ability to engage in healthy social interactions. The Ahmadiyya Anjuman has always been a safe space for youths to develop their potential. Today, however, I want to focus on three things that every organization needs for sustainability. Those three things are time, talent. Part of it is to join congregational prayer and participate in mosque activities and functions like these and so on. But more importantly, you need to take time from your day, every day, to devote to your self-development. Whether that time is spent attending an event like this one, watching one of our videos on YouTube, meeting with others to discuss ideas or plan activities, reaching out to others to propagate Allah's guidance, learning a new skill, learning a new language, reading articles, books, or websites, or participating in other activities that we may organize from time to time. There are countless ways to get involved purposely and meaningfully. Make a deliberate plan and be consistent. We will create opportunities for you. We encourage you to get involved. Time, talent, and treasure. In addition to your time, your talent is required. This movement is successful due to the sum total of our talents. Each of us has some ability, and that talent is needed. Whether it is cooking a meal that we can all enjoy, like what we'd have today, designing a coloring book for children, like what you have on your tables, operating equipment to live stream khutbahs from your mosques or from events like these, as you see the cameras in front of you, driving your vehicle to bring someone to an event, making TikTok videos to get messages out. Last 50 years by paying one person a stipend, our missionary, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidal. From time to time, we had some assistance for him with a secretary. All other resources were voluntary. Imagine what we can achieve with a larger team on staff. Finances are not the only thing you treasure. Without this property donated, we wouldn't be here today. Similarly for our mosque in Fireburn. We encourage you to source similar investments to expand the scope of our services into other areas, into secular education, into other social services. These are all areas in which you can provide for the organization. And lastly, and most importantly, I know that you treasure your children. We need you to encourage them to take up the mission of propagation. We need you to devote them and invest in their Islamic education. About 60 years ago, a young man gave up a very promising career in then Texaco to go and study Islamic studies in Pakistan. 60 years later, he is the leader of our organization. Encouragement to your children to focus on their development of knowledge of Islam. To our Honorable Minister, we are one of your constituents with 2 facilities in your constituency. Our mosque is located in Fireburn and is our headquarters. This location is our operations center and is known as Ahmadiyya House. We offer you use of our facilities, our people, and our resources for the upliftment of the community at large. We want to see those around us grow, prosper, and develop spiritually along that journey. We hope that you will partner with us and take us up on that challenge. Finally, I say to you, the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishaq Islam Incorporated intends to invest in our people. We intend to invest in religious and secular education, in developing your skills, in technology, in social media, in apprenticeships. There is a role for each one of us in the propagation of Islam through the development of the human personality. During the course of the next year and throughout the next 50 years, Almighty Allah will continuously present you with opportunities to fulfill His mission. You have a choice. You can choose to sit on the sidelines, and that's quite okay. You can also choose to be a part of this vibrant organization. I encourage you to join the Ahmadiyya.
Thank you very much. Firstly, Imam Dr. Hamza Rafiq, and also Mr. Nadeem Haidal, for giving us, firstly, a look through the past and the present, and then also to the future of this blessed organization. Our program takes a different turn. We will now have a musical item, and then I call upon Brother Harun Ali to render a song of Islam.
Listen, O my dear ones, aware of this light of the Quran, cannot have their beloved set eyes on them. A marvelous quality of the Quran is that it makes one a lover of the beloved God. It fills our heart all the time with light and cleanses our breast, cleanses the breast of impurities. How can I describe the qualities of the Quran? It truly imparts a new life to life. It shines like a great sun. How can anyone deny its radiance? All its revelation is like the sea of wisdom. It constantly offers the cup of divine love to the seeker. The Quran has brought us right to the threshold of the sweetheart. We found our beloved when we found the Quran. दिल में हर वक्त नूर भरता है, सीने को खूब साफ करता है, उसके औसाफ क्या करूं मैं बयां, वो तो देता है जान और एक जान। को मिलता नहीं कभी इंसान, ऐ अज़ीज़ो सुनो कि बेक़ुरान। वो तो चमका है न्यारी अकबर, उससे इनकार हो सके क्यों कर, बहरी हिकमत है वो कलाम तमाम, इश्क हक का पिला रहा है जान, वो हमें दिल सीता तलक लाया, उसके पाने से यार हो पाया, ऐ अज़ीज़ो सुनो कि बेक़ुरान, हक़ को मिलता नहीं कभी इंसान, ऐ अज़ीज़ो सुनो कि Amin. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Harun Ali, for that beautiful rendition. My dear sisters and brothers, as you would have heard from speakers earlier, we normally take the opportunity at our annual Jalsa to honor certain members with the highest award, Hilali Ahmadiyyat. Today we have taken the opportunity, we will not miss the opportunity to do the same, and we have chosen a...
Brothers and sisters all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It is both a privilege and a great blessing to stand before you today on behalf of the Allah for granting us this opportunity to gather in unity, gratitude, and celebration. Today, we time their wisdom and their unwavering commitment to the mission of this organization. These individuals have not only contributed to the growth of our community, but have done so with sincerity, consistency, and love for the sake of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, upon whom he peace, said, "The most beloved of deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small." And indeed, the brothers and sisters we recognize today have embodied this beautiful hadith through years, and in some cases, decades, of quiet, steadfast service. They have taught our children, they have cared for our mosques, they have supported our events, offered guidance, and stood by this organization through its ups and downs. They are not just members, they are pillars. As we prepare to present these awards, I ask you all to reflect on the power of sustained. These 9 awardees will be receiving the highest award, the AAII Ahmadiyya. We ask Uncle Shafaya to remain right there, and all other honorees I will call one by one, and you will remain on the stage after for a group picture. Mrs. Put them here. Okay, so you all could come in front. Mrs. Zoraida Khan. Mr. Kamal Ahmad, Mrs. Shamala Mohammed, and Mr. Shahrazad Ali. I will now like to invite some of our youth members to come and pin on these honorees the AAII Ahmadiyya. Thank you very much to the youth members. May Almighty Allah accept your efforts, increase you all in goodness, and reward you both in this life and the next. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Presented the awards. May Almighty Allah reward all of you for your efforts, and may you inspire the next generation for good works in this Anjuman. My dear sisters and brothers, we have now reached the feature address of this event, and this will be delivered by the religious head and missionary of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidal. I now call upon him to deliver his feature address.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمين وأنفقوا مما العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين. I bear witness that other than Allah there is no God. I bear witness that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, is the last, the final messenger of Allah, after whom no prophet old or new will come. And I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. My dear sisters and brothers, all assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us here this afternoon, and those who are not here also, may He grant them peace. For I have read a verse of the Quran which I interpret as follows: find inner peace with Allah. Find inner peace with Allah and His messenger and His message bearer. Then give from what He has placed you as inheritors. Chapter 57 of the Quran. We live in a world in which we are searching for inner peace as well as outer peace. And there are two words used in the Quran for that. One is Iman, the inner peace that you have. And one is Islam, the external peace that we all want in the world today. And so the Quran says that you find inner peace with Allah, with the Arabic word Allah. What we understand it to be, Anjuman, this has been our trust. This is the message that we have for the world today. In fact, we see the future of mankind as an organization like us, and we hope others will join us, urging among all peoples harmony, not hostility. In order to achieve this, there's just 4 points I would like to bring to your attention. The first is our ideology. What it is that we accept and agree upon that we need to promote to the world for it to live in harmony and not hostility. The first thing is the concept of Allah, the concept of God as a forgiver, as a truthful one, which is found in all religion, Om Tat Sat. God is a spirit, worship Him in spirit and in truth. Allah is a being that nurtures us, takes us from stage to stage until we reach perfection, guides us. But we also have the concept of a soul. What is the soul? To us, it is our human personality and character. And that just, fair person. So the soul or personality or character is that part of the human makeup that can merge with God. Our physical self can no way merge with a divine being that has no material existence. When we say Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, that we belong to God, we possess the attributes of God and we are going to return. So it is that personality or character that is returning to God. And therefore, our concept of religion, and Ahmadiyya Anjuman is an important part of the religious community, as was mentioned already. Religion is not just about rituals. It is about the development of righteousness and a true reflection of our vibrant religion that we call Islam. People have so many concepts of what Islam is because they associate it so much with what they see in Arab countries and Eastern countries, and of course in Western world where they see terrorist activities. The Ahmadiyya movement is none of these. And so we understand ritual as not a reflection of Allah's attributes, God's attributes. Your rituals don't reflect God's attributes, but they are tools. They are tools that are used by the physical self to develop the attributes of Allah. For example, God does not need to have feet. In Islam, it is alleged so that when it says, فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Damn those who just say their prayers and it has no impact upon their ability, on their personality. Allah does not and those are outlined in the Quran and in other scriptures as well. For example, if we die by crime, shooting, accidents or so, God does not kill us with a gun or stab us with a knife or cause us to allow us to, or comes down and drives a motor car that will crash. How does he kill us? The Quran tells us. Every time you sleep, when you are numb, whether under anesthesia or in your bed, he takes your soul. And if it is his will that you should live, he returns it. If it is his will that you will not live, the body will not continue, he retains it. So it is the soul that God controls, the personality of us that he controls, and he wants us to develop it and develop a relationship with him. But indeed, we are in charge of our physical self and the physical resources. So the Quran points, but we know there are many impediments to the relationship between human personality and its creator God, the divine personality. One of these is when people take human beings for gods besides Allah. And common in the Western world is, of course, the concept of Jesus Christ as the Son of God, and other people take others as gods. But even among Christians themselves, there are different views about the personality of Jesus. More so, since there's an expectation that he will return. And the theme of our convention is the return of Jesus, a recipe for peace. People associate the second coming of Jesus with Armageddon, fighting, killing, wars, tragedies, hurricanes, all sorts of things that are actually destructive. We believe that the prophecies of Jesus Christ have been fulfilled in our founder, who says, I have come as the second Christ, but I didn't come to bring war. I didn't come to bring fighting among Muslims and Christians and others. Other religion of the same person coming. All faiths, Muslims, Hindus, Christians, Jews, all. We are searching for that unity, and no one has yet come forward to indeed make an effort to give a concept, an idea that is a recipe for world peace. So we start by saying that Jesus Christ is dead, he's not alive in any physical form, but we honor him as a prophet. And we respect the fact that there are prophecies of his return, and we believe that his return is through our organization. And so that is what makes us different. Where are we different? There are so many Muslims, and there are three categories of Muslims that we find in the world today. You have heard some of their names. One is called Sunni, one is called Shia, and of course there's what we call the Qadianis. Ideas without thinking and without it enhancing our intelligence and our interpretation and the development of our personality. We are not those who just allow tradition to become the force of law and only follow what is tradition, not looking at how we can sometimes bury the past and rise up to the future. We are not Shias, even though they have great scholars among them. But as in any religion and in any section. And so we work for human beings to exist as a single community, because the Quran tells us that Kana nasu ummatun wahida. All human beings are one single community. So we develop the ability to rise above our own selfishness, that we are the best people, we have belonged to the best religions, as some Muslim do, or people of other faiths think. They are the only persons who will go to paradise, denying others. So we rise above our own selfishness to become persons living in a cordial relations with all other people, regardless of their race, their religion, or their culture. As was mentioned, we are an international organization. You may not realize it. You have larger Muslim organizations in Trinidad and Tobago, but they are isolated. They are not connected with any other organization, or sometimes just connected in not in any structured way. We have an organization that has its members in all different parts of the world with the same ideology and same approach to religion. And we uphold certain principles. We uphold the fact that anyone who declares his faith in the kalima, his or her, believe in more prophets than even in some of the scriptures that are there. We believe in Ram and Krishna as prophets as well. So that anyone who recites that kalima, one God, and Muhammad is the last prophet, is a Muslim and cannot be considered as outside the religion of Islam. Some Muslims say, we are not Muslims, as was mentioned. And if we pray to God, he would not answer our prayer. I don't know how they know that. That is one of the things that they told the IRO, that Ahmadis, when they pray to God, if you have a public function and we are invited to say a prayer, that prayer will not be accepted. We cannot go to Hajj. That's what they say. I recently performed the pilgrimage to Makkah. So there's a lot of fake news that goes around about the organization, about the Ahmadiyya movement and its views. But we affirm that truth exists in other religions of the world and in their sacred scriptures. And prophets were sent to every nation because all people are a single nation. That is one of the requirements of the Quran, to believe in what was revealed to Muhammad and what was revealed before him. And the scriptures are mentioned as well. But my dear sisters and brothers, why do we exist? What is our role? We provide an alternative to fake news. That is something so common now. We have a book, the Quran, that has come from God. It has truth. It is a compendium of the truths of all faith systems. We expound those messages for the benefit of all human beings. So we provide an alternative to fake news by explaining the Quran enjoins reason and intellect as a guide and as a source of healing to an alien humanity, a world that really needs and has not realized that it can work towards peace and harmony. And I think this is one of the things that makes us unique as Ahmadiyya Anjuman Isha'at Islam incorporated Trinidad and Tobago. We have the advantage here in Trinidad and Tobago of exporting harmony. And that is why we also working with the Ministry of Tourism to let them know that, yes, you have so many nice beaches and so on, but you have lovely people who can live in harmony. And wherever I have gone into the world, people admire the fact that in Trinidad and Tobago, we celebrate all festivals. We live in harmony one with another. And this is an important aspect of our nation and our country that needs to be exported to the world at large. We have been doing it, and we will continue to do so. We look forward to support from wherever we can get it and from whoever it can come. We have been supported by Hindus and Christians who have raised funds for organization and our mosque. That's the kind of harmony. We have performed interfaith marriages between people of different faiths, Hindu and Muslim, being married by one of our marriage officers, or woman marriage officers. We reject also forced conversion or keeping anybody within Islam at the point of a sword. We believe in that we have. How do we do it? We aim to rid the world of structural hate brought about by global politics and economics with a verse from the Quran that says, Qazimina bil ghayr. Ghulam Ahmad said, control your anger. Pin on the return of Jesus as an individual who is coming, whose prophecies will be fulfilled, to bring about peace and harmony. And we do that through the power of the word, the power of arguments and reasoning, and the power of patience and self-restraint. As we have seen in the 50 years, the sacrifices, the restraint has given us empowerment to make an impact not only in our community here in Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the world. Our message is welcomed by people in other countries of the world. So our mission is to propagate Islam to all corners of the world by peaceful means through our literary works and our media presence. And we have strategic alliances with congregations in 7 locations across Trinidad. And we have published, as already told, you have been already told this, the Dictionary and Concordance of the Quran. What is unique about that is this is compiled by Maulan Tufail, SM Tufail, and myself, was typeset and published right here in Trinidad and Tobago by our organization. The actual typesetting was done here, and it was designed in Trinidad, and that you cannot get in any other part of the world. So we encourage our members to commit themselves to a code of ethics. We don't just talk. We ask our members to come forward and take an oath, take a code of ethics, a pledge of allegiance that we call the bayat. We know when people are willing to serve as our MP, when they have to serve as members of parliament, they take an oath. We require our members to take an oath so they can be serious in the performance of their responsibilities. So that in an alien world, we guide our future generations to ensure the future of humankind by urging harmony, not hostility. Taking the bayat as a psychological value to strengthen the heart, to bring divine peace and content. When you take that oath of commitment, you become peaceful because the Quran says the hand of God is over you. You are empowered by the divine attributes. So the Quran assures us that when you pledge, Allah conveys what is called sakina, the calmness of the mind on you, and assures you of triumph near at hand. So my dear sisters and brothers, the chief purpose of the bayat is a practical pledge to serve the cause of Islam. Commitment. The world of the future will change. It will not be the same. It will either get better or it will get worse. It will only get better when we do something now. And we want to encourage you and your children to join this organization because of the principles that we uphold, to make our world a better place. And so in the pledge we take, we say, I hold religion above the world. We don't abandon the world. You can't put something on top of something and there's nothing below. So when we put religion above the world, we use our material resources, but religion is always higher. Islam is always higher. Pursuing peace and harmony is always higher than our material pursuits. So that is what everyone has to pledge, and I know later on there are some people who would like to take the pledge. We'd like you to come forward and commit yourself to this. In conclusion, my dear sisters and brothers, much has been spoken about myself as religious head for so many years. I stepped down some time ago for another person to be the religious head to demonstrate that one person, this is not a one-man show. Unfortunately, our former president, who was religious head, has passed away, and I took back that responsibility. But I could not function in these 50 years without the support of my wife, Nariman. And I want to publicly thank her today for all that she has done and continues. Example to the Barakallahu lana wa lakum fil Quran al-Azim wa nafa'ana wa iyyakum bil ayati wa zikr al-hakim innahu ta'ala jawadun kareem malikun barrufur rahim. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Maulana, for that very powerful and enlightening address. My dear sisters and brothers, we will now have a second musical item, and this will be an instrumental with the steel pan, and this will be performed by a very young person, Mrs. Rayan Gopal. Ms. Rayan Gopal is a Form 4 student of the Palo Seco Secondary School, and I now call upon her to deliver her musical item. And during this, we will have, during this rendition, we will be distributing a small token to all of you to express our appreciation for your attendance here today. I now call upon Rayan. Thank you very much, Rayan, for that wonderful presentation. Brothers, we in the Ahmadiyya Anjuman must acknowledge the role that those in power have played in our propagation efforts. We have partnered with a number of ministries and government agencies in an array of community projects. Today, we have in our presence the Honorable Member of Parliament for Caroni Central and the Minister of Housing, the Honorable Dr. David Lee, and it is my privilege and honor to call upon him to address you.
Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I think it's now noon, so I'm really happy to be here this morning. It gives me great pleasure listening to all these speakers before me, especially listening to the past member of Caroni Central, past MP for Caroni Central, Dr. Hamza Rafiq. And I know I have big shoes to fill. So I'm really honored. When you listen to Dr. Hamza Rafiq and his track record, somehow Allah has sent me over here in Caroni Central to do the same thing. He was a member of Parliament of Caroni Central. I am the member of Parliament of Caroni Central. He was opposition chief whip. I was opposition chief whip. He's a minister of health. I'm a minister of housing. Same age, same letter. And then he was an ambassador to follow in his footsteps. So it gives me real great pleasure being here to be part of your 50th year celebration this week. This is a great week. Thank you. I think I look 50 years, don't you agree? Maulana Mustafa Kamla Haidal, religious head of this organization. Mrs. Farida Mohammed, President. Imam Dr. Hamza Rafiq, Foundation member and former member of Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. 50 years is a very special number. The number 50 marks half of a century and represents the coming together of 5 decades. My brothers and sisters, a lot can happen in 1 decade, and so much more can happen in 5 decades indeed. In the case of your organization, to which we are here today, to pay tribute, a lot has certainly taken place since the 9th of June, 1975, which marked the official legal recognition of this organization. And you listen to the history, the rich history cited here by Dr. Hamza Rafiq earlier. Within these walls in which we stand here today is the ongoing story of the devotion to God, discipline within self, service to others, and the upliftment of the society. As I studied the history of this organization, I learned of the Education Awards ceremony, an initiative indeed intended towards the encouragement of academic and educational excellence. I learned of the recent passing of a man such as the late of community, education, and faith characterize the mission and the life of this organization. And these are the issues which are the core to the building of any society. The government of which I am part of, led by the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Prime Minister, SC, and MP, has wasted no time in addressing the issues existing in the education sphere, social development, and national security, even as we frontally deal with the task of rebuilding our nation according to the mandate we received. Even as your new member of Parliament for Caroni Central, I've been very mindful of the issues affecting our own community and constituency, and have applied immense energy into ensuring the issues in our communities are being addressed. I am happy to say that despite being in office for only a short time, in a very short few weeks, the issues such as the water applying much needed attention into this matter, with sustainability and positive changes soon to come to our constituency. I'm very also happy to share that just over this weekend yesterday, I joined with a contractor who gave me free service in repaving the road along the Inchan Alley Park, leading to the Brisal Government Community Center, which has housed our children in that Brisal Community Center for the last 12 years. And he was able to repave that road to make life a little bit more easier for the parents to drop off their kids to school. We have raised several other infrastructural issues with the relevant agencies in the state and will agitate firmly to ensure that these issues are addressed. Like all of you here at today's celebration, we value the importance of community and the need to develop communities that add to the quality of life, not take away from it. While I know that former members have our own special relationship together, institutions like yours are key to the building of individual communities and country. You and I are in the same business together, the business of building self, the business of building people, of improving lives and service to God through service to self. My presence here today is a signal of how deeply appreciative I am for your kind invitation to commemorate the milestone event with you. I know how keen I am to be a partner with you to step into the future of collaboration together. While my time at this podium will be short, I look forward to further discussions on how I, in my role as Member of Parliament, can add to your organization. Thank you so much.
We will ask the Honorable MP and Minister to stay on stage as we present him with a token of appreciation, and I call upon Ms. Nariman Haidal to do so.
The Honorable Dr. David Lee, on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishat Islam of Trinidad and Tobago Incorporated, we would like to present you with a small token of appreciation to thank you for gracing us with our honor function here today. And we hope to have stronger relationship with you in our way forward.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for that address. This is the taking of the pledge, or the bayat. You would have heard from Maulana, who gave us a synopsis of the importance of this pledge. And I now recall him to conduct this part of the proceedings, whereby we will call upon you, the members, and those who wish to take the bayat for the first time, to do so. Maulana.
My dear sisters and brothers all, as we've constantly emphasized through our Ahmadiyya Caravan, the importance of service by means of commitment. And we know some of you have already taken the pledge. We'd like you to still come forward to encourage others as well. And there's some new ones who would like to commit themselves to this organization. In our Anjuman, we have two kinds of membership. One is full members, that is those who have taken the pledge. What we want is not so much of your contribution, your membership fee. We would like your commitment. That is the first preference. And secondly, we have associate members that if you don't take the pledge but you want to support the organization, in that case we have a contribution that you can make. And our principle is, according to the Quran, you give what you can spare. So I'd like to, we know there are some people who have already indicated they'd like to come forward. I'd like you to come forward and let's have the ceremony of taking of the pledge. Come on, sit. Anybody who would like to renew their pledge, they can please come forward as well. Not only new people, anyone. Because our pledge has 10 conditions attached to it. And they all deal with our commitment to our Creator and service to our community. We don't want to harm anybody. We want to cooperate. And I think it will be ideal if... no, we have steps there. We have steps. Where she come with me? All right. In Arabic, the word pledge is referred to in the Quran as bayat. Bayat means to really sell yourself to Allah, that you have a trade with God. You give Him something and He gives you. You give Him your service, your commitment, and He gives you the resources so that you can make your life better and your community better. Yes, it's just old lands. And if any of you who may not want to publicly do so, we do have forms that you'd like to fill, but we'd like you to let us know that you are a pledge member of the Anjuman, and we'd like you to also serve on our executive. One of the requirements on the executive is being that all our members must be pledged Ahmadis. Okay. Okay, so I will read the pledge and you just repeat after me. Ashhadu Allah ilaha wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I bear witness that there is no object of the promised Messiah and the Mahdi, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, at the hand of Maulana Mustafa Kemal Haidar, and sincerely pledge that so far as my wit and power go, I will abstain from all evil and of the pilgrimage to Makkah. To the best of my means, I will exert myself in the propagation of Islam and the extension of the Ahmadiyya movement as the Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishati Islam Lahore may direct. Astaghfirullah Rabbi min kulli zambiyun wa atubu ilay. Rabbi inni salamtu nafsi wa taraftu bizambi faghfir li zunubi fa innaka la yughfiru zumba illa anta. I ask forgiveness of Allah for all my shortcomings, and to Him I turn. I have been unjust to myself, O Lord, and I confess my shortcomings. I want to thank you all, and may Allah shower His blessings upon you, to give you strength and empowerment to be successful in every aspect of life. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much, Maulana, for conducting the bayat ceremony. And I can assure you that we are coming close to the end of this program. And our next item will be the Song of Ahmadiyyat, and that will be rendered by Mrs. Nadia Ali Shah.
Brothers and sisters in Islam, brothers and sisters in humanity, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Salli ala Muhammad, kya shani Ahmadi hai, dono jahan mein jari, फैसानी अहमदी है, फैसानी अहमदी है। मामूर नूर हक से हर आनी अहमदी है, उस नूर से तरमानी अहमदी है, तरमानी अहमदी है। मोहम्मद देखी आ देख ले करिश्मे, मिसली आवाज़ हर जानी अहमदी है, हर दम नो जहाँ में जारी, फैसानी अहमदी है, फैसानी अहमदी है। मिर्ज़ा गुलाम अहमद लाराय बहे जो हुक्म आप कहें, फरमानी अहमदी है, फरमानी अहमदी है। सल्ले अला मुहम्मद, क्या शान है। तसल्ली सके चमन को, देखो कसा ही आई, फूलो पला जहाँ में, रिज़वानी अहमदी है, रिज़वानी अहमदी है। सल्ले अला मुहम्मद, क्या शानी अहमदी है, दोनों जहाँ में जारी, फैसानी अहमदी है, फैसानी अहमदी है, फैसानी अहमदी है। आमीन। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Thank you very much, Nadia. We will now have the vote of thanks, and this will be delivered by one of the younger members of our executive, Ms. Kafiya Shah.
I seek refuge in Allah from Satan, the accursed, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Our dear respected Imams, Master of Ceremony, Imam Arif, the Honorable David Lee, specially invited guests, our loved and cherished elders, brothers and sisters all, Assalamu alaikum. First and foremost, I would like to give praise and thanks to the Almighty Allah who has granted us the opportunity to commemorate this blessed milestone together in unity and in faith. As we draw to a close on the momentous occasion, the 50th anniversary celebration of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman in Shah-e Islam, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt thanks on behalf of the Executive Committee to everyone who has made today as successful as possible. We wish to extend our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister David Lee for honoring us with his presence at today's celebration and acknowledging the contributions and values that we stand for here as Ahmadis. Thank you for addressing us and taking the time out of your day to support us. I would like to express our deep appreciation to Imam Arif for guiding us through today's proceedings with grace and consistency and for the warm and inspiring welcome address. Thank you, Imam Andy Shah, for setting the spiritual tone for the morning by leading us in the opening dua. And thank you, Madam President, Mrs. Farida Mohammed, for welcoming us all and giving greetings on behalf of the Anjuman. You have time and time again performed an exemplary role as President, balancing kindness and leadership. Our gratitude also goes to Dr. Hamza Rafiq for taking us on a beautiful journey down memory lane, reminding us of our humble beginnings and the many blessings over the years. How can I not then say thanks to Mr. Nadeem Haidal for the powerful presentation as we envision growth, commitment, and continued service in the propagation of Islam. Our sincere thanks to Brother Harun Ali for gracing us with his melodious voice yet again. Uncle Harun, you continue to touch our hearts and deepen our sense of faith and brotherhood through music. A heartfelt thank you to Sister Roshini for welcoming and honoring our distinguished guests. By extension, let me give a special appreciation. We also express our appreciation to the talented Ryan Gopal for her vibrant steel pan rendition, dotting the lines between nationality, culture, and religion. We extend gratitude to Mrs. Nadia Ali Shah for her beautiful rendition of the Song of the Ahmadiyyat. Your melodious voice reminded us of our identity and our faith to Almighty. Special thanks to Brother Farzan for the introduction of the time capsule, for organizing the group pictures and preserving today's memories for future generations to come. We are grateful to Imam Iqbal Haidal for offering the closing dua, bringing our celebration to a peaceful and spiritual end. And of course, we cannot forget the silent workers, our PA team, who supported the flow of the program with perfect timing, announcements, and beautiful instrumentals. To every organizer, volunteer, participant, and every guest who attended, your presence made this day a successful and one to remember. Thank you to our committee members for assisting in the preparation of the venue and the overall planning of today's event. Thank you, Brother Farzan, for heading the committee and ensuring that everything went smoothly. To our caterers, thank you for preparing the delicious meal that we will receive, and special thanks to everyone here for supporting the Ahmadiyya Anjuman and making today worth all the hard work. Finally, Devas, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Kafia, for that expression of appreciation. Before I bring on Imam Iqbal Haidal for the closing dua, we have one final item, and that is to call upon the coordinator of the convention committee, the vice president of the Ahmadiyya Anjuman, Mr. Farzan Ramjan, who will address you. He will discuss the whole concept of this structure right here. Despite what it looks like, it's not actually the donation box. I noticed some people put some money in there, but we're going to keep it though. I call upon Mr. Farzan Ramjan, please.
Our respected Maulana, Imam Sahib, sisters and brothers all, assalamu alaikum. I would love that this becomes our donation box, and I would even love more when I leave here today, it is full and overflowing. However, during the course of our celebrations, when we started our caravan at Aruka and ended in Siparia, and now our gala function here today culminate the whole proceedings of celebrating our 50th anniversary. In my hand is this time capsule. The theme of it is bury the past and rise to the challenges of the future. And not to bury the past history, really, but to bury the evils that is inside of us. It represents that, and we are going to lift ourselves to the challenges of the future that will actually be placing the capsule into the cylinder that will be placed in its position when the time comes to do the final closing of this time capsule. I urge all the Jamaats to please, whatever history that you have and you want to get it into this time capsule, the cylinder will hold 4 of these. So, and a lot of information and artifacts can get into these capsules. So I urge you to get the information, contact us, and whatever you have for your Jamaat, it will be recorded and placed and sealed. We would like to open this in the next 25 years on the 75th anniversary of the Anjuman, which I know I will be here to open it, together with the Maulana and the President and everybody else and Brother Usman. And his dear wife will be at the top. Uncle Iqbal, Auntie Farida, I call her name as the Satan. That's our president. Please put. Okay, and then the rest. Where is the photographer? Could you just put, right, could you put the line? Okay, the procedure is very simple as we get the crowd to line up so that we will capture this moment. However, on 3 takbirs, on the last takbir, the Maulana and his dear wife. Okay, just stay for some pictures that we will capture this moment to all of you because it will go into the magazines. And while they are taking the photos, my dear sisters and brothers, I had one task during the convention throughout. And that task was to beg, literally beg. They make me the person to go to all the Jamaats and say, we are looking for donations, financial donations to cover all our expenses. I want to say up front, and I want to thank all the people who have come forward generously and give us their contributions. But we are still outstanding in our credits, and we have to pay for it at the end of the day. So we look forward. One suggestions came to me, but why didn't we put contribution boxes in the Jamaats that we visited? I thank you all very much. To all, give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. Yeah. And the suggestion of putting a donation box in the Jamaats came a little bit late. We're not accustomed so much. Every Jamaats normally have their own donation boxes, but for their own purposes. But Saturday we have one at the front. And then somebody told me they was using this, which is good. but the one at the front, we really put one today. So please, we hope that before you leave today, and you want to make a donation, no matter how you, I will make the announcement of the buffet and the feeding as soon as we get the closing dua by our dear and esteemed Imam. For many, many, many years, not only in this organization, he is serving the Imams throughout masjids. At present, he is serving the AAII Village Mosque. And our dear brother, Imam Iqbal Idol, will give us the closing dua.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Before I give the closing dua, I know we have just recited the takbir, but we are in the season of Hajj still. This is the third day. And as the pilgrims in Makkah have given the dua, Labbaik, Allahumma labbaik, la sharika labbaik, here I am at your service, O Allah. We here are at the service of Allah. So I want you to join me 3 times as we offer that dua. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Labbaik, Allahumma labbaik, la sharika labbaik. Allah, la sharika labbaik. Allahumma shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi jalni muqimas silati wa min zuriyati. Rabbana wa taqabbal dua. Rabbana ighfirli wa li walidayya wal mu'minina yawma yaqumul hisab. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah, our Lord, creator of the universe, the heavens, the earth, and all living creatures, you have made no 2 flowers, no 2 blades of grass, no 2 children exactly alike. It is your plan that there be a variety in nature and in human beings, each with different talents and abilities. You have placed on earth people of different ethnicities, different nations, and different religions. Teach us to appreciate, understand, and value these differences. May we never be prejudiced against anyone because of ethnicity, nationality, or faith. Inspire us to be just, helpful, and friendly to all. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار.
Jazakallah, over dear Imam Sahib. Okay, before we would like our guests our elders, and then some of them have physical challenges. So those who are responsible for these people, please be there with them and take them into the hall to be fed. The arrangement is simple. You're entering at the western side, or the western end of the building, we will say that back, and then you form your 2 lines and then you're back onto your table, respective tables. While these people are making their way, I would like the audience to the rest of the members to remain seated, and then I will give that further instruction. And in that time, we will be entertained by the Freeport Tassa group. They will play for us now. So please, I'll ask you in that orderly manner, our elders and our honorees, to please go forward to the dining area, and then you're back into the hall. Members who were asked to help serve, please also do so to help with the buffet arrangement. Our international convention dates are the 8th, 9th, and 10th of August. Please keep those dates in mind, because that is when our international brothers and sisters will be paying us their visit to these shores, Trinidad and Tobago. They will be here with us. So keep those dates. The 8th, 9th, and 10th of August is our international convention dates, or the International Convention Weekend. So I thank you all very much. Parents with little children sisters and brothers, for the Freeport Cancer Group, our young generation. You notice how young they are, and they are on the TASA. You notice how young our panelist was. She will be playing it a little later. While you're having your lunch, we will be entertained. There is some for entertainment that is scheduled for us as we go along. So stick with us. Don't leave. We would like for you to, as we plan to bring this curtain down on this gala event, our 50th anniversary convention celebrations. If anybody lost a gold ring, check with Sister Fahima. Okay, thanks for that. So be safe with that gold ring. So my dear sisters and brothers, do enjoy your lunch, and we will start back shortly with entertainment to all of you. Thank you. Enjoy your lunch.
make my way to Medina, the home and chosen place of our beloved prophet, where all I feel is peace and so much joy around. No better place for me. Yeah, Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, that's where I wanna be. Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, that's where I wanna be. Oh, oh, Medina, Medina, oh, oh, Medina, Medina. I wake with the morning light in Medina. Everywhere I see blue skies, set above these mountains, bright colors fill the streets, a smile on every face, a special place for me. Yeah, Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, that's where I'm at. وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير داع Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, that's where I wanna be. Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, that's where I wanna be. Oh, oh.
And having your meals. It is my pleasure to welcome you back this evening as we spend a couple hours together in some entertainment to keep you, after the spiritual side of it, to digest all that information that was given to you all this morning, especially by our dear Maulana Sahib. So to entertain us, we have two very, very versatile and prominent entertainers in the art form of singing. We have our very own Ustad, Brother Harun Ali. And then we have our panis, our sister Rian from the Sipariat Jamaat, who will give her contribution on the pan. And we also have, I think the Tassa boys are still here, and they will probably play us another hand of Tassa. But to start off this evening program, and entertaining us with her melodious voice, is a person who I have known for quite some time because she sang at our Jamaat in Siparia many, many years ago. And she always continued to support us whenever we call upon her. She is none other. Sure, thank you very much. But Dr. Juliana has been singing at the tender age of 9. Singing has been her passion as from that tender age. Some even describe her voice as a breath of fresh air and the type that soothes you. And I can guarantee you that one. When she sings here and performs for you this evening, your food will automatically digest. You don't need dessert. She has represented Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. Give her a round of applause for those achievements. She is the past Miss Sari International, TNT 2016, Miss Bollywood 2017, Miss India TNT finalist in 2015. So you see how she has been promoting herself not only in singing. She has also released several Islamic albums, Bollywood musical covers, medical doctor, and she is assigned to the San Fernando General Hospital. My dear sisters and brothers, let us put our hands on you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Testing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's a tremendous pleasure being here this afternoon to render a few songs for you all. I hope you enjoy. I will start off singing a few qasidas and then I will give you some specially requested Bollywood songs. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasool Allah wa sallim alayka Ya Habib Allah. Sayyidul Mursalin, Sayyidul Mursalin, hai tera Nabi Mustafa. Sayyidul Mursalin, aapke milk mein aasmaan aur zameen, aap hai naib-e ahkamul hakimin, aapke milk mein आसमां ओ ज़मीन, आप है नाइबे अहकामुल हाकिमीन। जिसको जो कुछ मिला, जिसको जो कुछ मिला, जिसको जो कुछ मिला आप ही से मिला। या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, सैयदुल मुरसली है तेरा मर्तबा। या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, की साई में खुदा तुम हबीबे खुदा। या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, सैयदुल मुरसली है तेरा मर्तबा। या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा, या नबी मुस्तफ़ा। Thank you. On my Qasida album, I hope you enjoy. Enjoyed that one. Thank you. All right, so my next selection is a mix of, it's about Allah being the master of the universe, and He is in charge of everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear you once again as we applaud our dear sister and her sensational, beautiful voice. As she really say, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. Almighty Allah is blessing us with such a beautiful, breath of fresh air. First of all, let me see how many Jamaats is still here. Let me hear Aruka. Oh. Let me hear Fireburn. Let me hear Gaspilo. Let me hear New Grant. Back long, yeah. Wait, I'll leave the... Let me hear Kunjal. Well, all of you realize it? I'll leave the best... Well, you see? I'll be going strong this evening. So we'll now hear the panelists from Siparia to perform for us. Thank you very much, our dear sister Rian, for that beautiful rendition, that beautiful piece on the pan. Let us hear it, my dear sisters and brothers. Encourage our youth as they continue to strive for excellence in music, especially, and in their academics. So we give them that encouragement to go forward. We will continue with our singing. Sister Juliana, Sister Dr. Juliana, will sing us through before we bring on our dear own Ustad to carry us through the rest of the evening. So we now hear a mix of some nice Bollywood from our dear sister, Dr. Juliana. Round of applause, dear brothers and sisters. Encouragement goes along.
All righty, so let's see. Which two we gonna do? All right. For this. So this one was specially requested as well. Old songs are gold. Okay. So yes, this one was specially requested, and I would like to specially dedicate this one to Maulana Haidal and his wife, who recently celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Maulana. जन्म मुलाकात हो न हो लगे जा गले से So this other one was also specially requested. So all my selections were special requests. So I sincerely hope that you are enjoying these selections. Gold. Let's go. You can sing along. I'm sure many of you will know this one. सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब सुहानी रात ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात नजारे enjoyed it. And that is all I wanted to know. This was my last one. One more. Okay, just for you all. Okay, just for you all. Okay, one more. One more. Let's see. There we go. You can clap. Sorry. Yes, enjoy yourself. ऐसे लहरा के तो रूबरू आ गई, ऐसे लहरा के तो रूबरू आ गई, धड़कने बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी, धड़कने बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी, तीर ऐसा लगा दर्द ऐसा जगा, तीर ऐसा लगा दर्द ऐसा जगा, जो दिल पे वो खाई मजा आ गया मेरे रश के कमर, मेरे मजा आ गया जोश में मेरी आगोश में आके तू मुस्कुरा नजर से मिलाया, ये प्यासी थी जिंदगी ये मेरी आज सहरों में इश्क, आज सहरों में इश्क के गाँव में, इश्क के गाँव में, आज सहरों में इश्क, पहली नजर जब नजर से मिलाई मजा आ गया, रांझा हो गए हम बना हो गए, ऐसे तू मुस्कुराई मजा आ गया, मेरे रश के कमर तूने पहली नजर जब नजर से मिलाई मजा आ गया, जब नजर से मिलाई मजा आ गया, गर्द सी गिर गई काम ही कर गई, उसे लगाई उसे लगाई। And that was your final song from me for today. I hope. Thank you and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam. What do you call it? A rounding summon of applause so that we'll encourage her to come back. One announcement, my dear sisters and brothers. All the executive members, all our executive members, please come into the tent. The photographer will be leaving in a short. We will be on the inside for a photo shoot before the photographers and them leave. So all executive members, please do know, because in the next 5 minutes or so, they will leave. We would like you to also be joining with us. These people, because the photographers will be leaving us shortly. So please, and we will get that out of the way. We will continue our dear very own Ustad Ji. He needs no introduction to none of the information that we are looking for to capture and put into our time capsule when we're going to do the final pension period, that in August. So my dear sisters and brothers, give our village a round of applause, because they deliver when I ask. And I got a lot of the imams, past and present, already into the capsule. So please bear that in mind. I'm looking for coins. Our old cents, 5 cents, the 25 cents, the 50 cents. Those coins I'm looking for. If anybody have and they're willing to part with it, please, I will appreciate it very much. If you could go far back as the farthings, You know, old time we had the shillings and the farthing and the pence. If you could go that far, no problem. Thank you. The executive members, I will be joining them, but our dear brother Harun will take over to entertain us while the executive do their thing inside. Thank you very much.
Check 1, 2. Come back here to entertain you. डम डम दिगा दिगा मौसम भीगा भीगा डम डम दिगा दिगा मौसम भीगा भीगा बिन पे मैं तो गिरा तो आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह मौसम भीगा भीगा बिन पे मैं तो गिरा हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह तेरी अदा वाह वाह क्या बात है तेरी अदा अरे तेरी अदा वाह वाह क्या बात है अखियाँ झुकी झुकी बातें रुकी रुकी अखियाँ झुकी झुकी बातें रुकी रुकी देखूं तो तेरा आज लग गया हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह डम डम दिगा दिगा मौसम भीगा भीगा बिन पे ही मैं तो गिरा हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह सनम हम माना गरीब है अजी माना बा छोटा सही बंदा छोटा सही दिए खजान है प्यार का हाय अल्लाह दिगा दिगा मौसम भीगा भीगा ये मैं तो गिरा हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह. And so I got this song to make sure that I have more time to bring in another song. And so I'd like to bring in my young female singer who sings with me all over the country. She's turning up to be a good singer. So I call her the central queen of singing. Yeah, she from princess she gone to queen now. So I'd like to ask Fatima Juman to entertain us. All right, so I'm going to team up with Fatima to sing this one.
जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा। तरसती निगाहों में आवाज दी है, मोहब्बत की राहों में आवाज दी है। जाने हया जाने अदा चोरो तरसाना तुमको आना पड़ेगा। जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा।
ये माना हमें जैसे जाना पड़ेगा। पर ये समझ लो तुमने जब भी पुकारा हमको आना पड़ेगा। जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा। हम अपनी वफा पे ना इल्जाम लगा। जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा।
चमकते हैं जब तक ये चांद और तारे, न टूटेंगे अब दो प्रेमा हमारे। एक दूसरा जब दे सदा हो के दीवाना हमको आना पड़ेगा। जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा, निभाना पड़ेगा।
Thank you very much. And I'd like to take this opportunity to feature someone who's going to do this for the first time. So actually, she's making her debut today on stage. And I'd like to ask Fatima to do a keyboard solo. Let me hear a round of applause for her. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
and gentlemen, come on, let us hear it for our young, talented sister for that beautiful rendition. Wonderful. My dear brothers and sisters, as we continue, I would like some of our young men, especially, who have their muscles intact, because I need your support. As soon as we finish, I need all your help to pack back some of these chairs on the inside and to do a little bit of cleanup, etc. So please, all the young men who are here present, don't leave and run away. I need your help and your support.
Check 1 2 1 2 3. All right, so you might see the chairs moving now, but that doesn't mean to say the program has ended. Just the vacant chairs, I know they like to save some time, and so just enjoy yourself, stay where you are, as I do a flute solo for you. Thank you very much.